grid as they wait for the lights to go out. The revs are building. Let's go racing.
Everybody's doing a brand new dance time. Everybody's doing a brand new dance time. Everybody's doing a brand new dance
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, punters of all ages, we welcome you to Season 9, Round 4 of Wheel-to-Wheel action. Tonight we're bringing you Split 1 from the land of the rising sun in Fuji, at Fuji International Speedway. We've got some Group 3 action here tonight. We're going to see hotly contested action throughout all three races. First race is a 6-lapper, second race is a 12-lapper, and then an 18-lapper. So we've got a sprint race and then two races where it's all about saving those tyres. Tonight on commentary with me, we've got It's Flossie. Welcome, It's Flossie.
How you going, mate?
Yeah, good. And doing visuals, we've got Herbal Green Tea. How are you going, Herbs?
Hey, what's up, everyone? Hey, Devil. Yeah, glad to be here. Looking forward to this. I love this track.
So, Flossie, this track's going to prove very interesting here tonight. We've got a massive long straight that is obviously going to favour those cars with big displacement and many cylinders. And then we've got the other half of the track that is quite technical. So, tell me your thoughts on qualifying times and what cars to look out for.
So for qualifying, I think you're not going to be able to look past those Corvettes and the Jags. Those things are absolute monsters down the straight and surprisingly nimble. Like you were saying, with displacement, your smaller cars, I think there's only one on the grid, which is Adam in the Peugeot. He's going to really want to find a slipstream buddy for that straight.
Yeah, and look, watching Adam in practice, he has been pumping that little pug around the track. I've seen him do 135s in that thing, and that was without slip. So, geez, if he gets some slip down the straight, that nimble little pug is going to absolutely obliterate them through the technical parts of this track.
Yeah, that pug, one of its really strong points is it is exceptional under brakes and in those low speed sort of corners. So hopefully he can make it work there for that last sector.
Yeah, and look, being a mid-mount engine too, the Pug is a mid-mount, isn't it? Am I right there?
Yep.
Yeah, so we've got a couple of mid-mounts today. We've got that one. We've got Fixer Chris in the NSX.
Yes.
Yep, and I think they're the only. Yeah, they are the only two in it. So, what are your thoughts on the difference there between the mid-mount and the front mount? Is there any difference in tyre wear?
The mid-mounts, they are going to notice more rear tyre wear. It's just the nature of the beast. So hopefully these guys can manage that. And these constant back and forth sweeping corners, they're going to wear those rear tyres out a lot quicker than the other guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I had a race with Fixer Chris during the week, and I call it the danger zone. Once you've done 10 laps, 9 or 10 laps on softs, you're really entering the danger zone here, and you've got to be super careful.
Yes.
Just everyone heading out for qualifying now, so we might. Who's leading us out? It looks as though it is.
I think it's Spoily.
Here we go. Oil in my blood. Yeah, Oiley's first one out. So he's in the Aston, racing for 13R. Now, Oiley currently sitting. Where is Oiley currently sitting 13th in Division 1. And we'll be looking to make up some points today. I think the Aston's got a good, it's a V12. It's got a lot of power, so it's good down the straight, but V12 uses a lot of fuel.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess for the first race, he doesn't have to worry too much about that. But like you said earlier, with the race 2 and 3, yeah, he's going to want to try and maximise his fuel.
Yeah, look, it's going to be a thirsty car. And following him on track, we've got DJ Stefko, who Stefko's going to join us for a bit of a chat after race 2. He's in the Viper this evening and currently in 12th, so just ahead of Oily in Division 1 leaderboard at the moment. Had a good round last time out in the Viper, but I think he was actually down in Split 2 at the time, so he's been elevated back to Split 1. Tell me what you think of Stefko's chances tonight in that Viper.
The Viper's a very strong car. Several seasons back, I actually was in the Viper at this track, and it flies around here. The Viper really suits this track.
And it saves fuel pretty well too, doesn't it? It's a very torquey engine, so
Yeah.
you can shift early without sacrificing too much speed at all. Next on the track we have Zoo, who is in the Corvette that we mentioned earlier for Dam Racing. Zoo's in 7th in Div 1 leaderboard at the moment, and as we said, good track for the Corvette, so good opportunity for Zoo to make up some points and push to that top 5.
Yeah, Zoo's had some really good rounds lately. It'd be good to see if he can maintain that hot streak.
Yep.
See what he can do.
And then followed by Cloquet, who's in the Jag for Rusty's Racing. Cloquet currently in 5th in the championship at the moment. I haven't seen much of Cloquet in practice this week. Have you seen any?
Yeah, I was in the lobby with Cloquet earlier this morning. He's consistent. He's putting down lap after lap.
I did see him a little while ago in a lobby, and we were practicing quali, and he did post a low 136, so it might have even been a high 135, so certainly got 1 lap pace in that Jag. Next on the track is Ando, also for Rusty's in the Jag, and Ando is currently in 8th position in the championship.
Yeah, Ando, I'll tell you what, Ando's going to be on for a good lap here because he's sitting right in that slipstream of Cloquet, obviously being teammates.
Is he
I think they're on for a good one here, sorry.
Yeah, well, Ando always puts in a good performance, and I say it week after week. He has this ability to get speed out of the car using different gears through the corners to every other person on the track. Then following Ando, we have Scooter 82 on the track. He's just currently sitting in 2nd place on the provisional pole settings at the moment. But Scooter is at an Aston. He's in an Aston.
No, he's in the Jag. He's part of.
He's in a Jag.
He's part of Rusty's.
Okay, well, Scooter 82 in a Jag. He must be. He's not on the Div 1 leaderboard, so he must be Div 2. So promoted.
No, he's E-League.
He's E-League, right. So promoted into Div 1. And so following behind him, we have the ever quick Apex Humper, also in that beast of a Corvette for Dam Racing. So he's they're running the Transformers livery. You can't go past Apex at any round, in any car, at any track, so he'll certainly be a favourite tonight.
Yeah, like you said, it's hard to look past him. He's really one of the benchmark drivers for wheel to wheel.
And his partner in crime through the last couple of rounds has been Fixer Chris, who's in that mid-mount NSX that we talked about earlier. And we've got Apex leading the championship, Fixer Chris in 2nd, and look, there's 18 points between them, so nothing separating those two at the moment. What are your thoughts on Fixer Chris? How's he going to handle that mid-mount NSX tonight? Yeah,
well, it's going to be tricky without that lack of top speed, but it'll be interesting to see what he can do with it.
Well, at the moment he's in provisional pole, so looking pretty good. He's handling that lack of top speed pretty well. So KC, there we go. His qualifying finishes, and Fixer Chris with a 136 flat for pole. That's very quick.
Yeah, that's rapid. And I did see that Adam finished in 2nd.
Yeah, that pug, he's got it he's got it absolutely flying around here. So let's jump on with Apex, who is currently in 4th, and let's watch him get that Corvette off the line and see if he'll round up Adam, I would think.
Yeah, that Corvette's going to get off the line much quicker than the Peugeot will.
Yep. All right, lights are on, waiting for the green. Here we go.
That's a good start.
All getting away nicely. Adam has got that pug off the line well. I expected Apex to go around him, but Fixer Chris will lead them into turn 1. Adam following behind. We've got Scooter 82 in 3rd. And as they go 3 wide out of that corner, they're still 3 wide. No. He's pulled in. They'll go 2 wide through 100R.
Coca-Cola, was it?
Yeah, Coca-Cola.
Sorry.
And into 100R now. But Fixer Chris comfortably out in front as that train of cars following him, some still 2 wide.
Yeah, they're just trying to sort themselves out, trying to figure out where they fall in this list.
There's no tyre saving, there's no fuel saving in this race. It is just a flat-out sprint race.
Yep.
So Apex, Ando looking to go up the inside of KZ, but says no, tucks it back in. They're currently in 6th place. There's going to be a massive amount of slipstreaming down this straight now, and the action coming into turn 1 is going to be plentiful. So keep an eye on this, these front 5 or 6 cars, because they are going to pile up as we come into turn 1 and compress significantly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't envy the 2 little displacement cars at the front of the field right now.
No, Fixer Chris and Adam V, they need to be behind cars, not leading them down this straight. So Scooter 82 pulling in on Adam really quickly and out of the draft. Apex right behind him. Ando pulls out of draft. Scooter 82 around Adam easily. Apex having a crack as well. Thinks twice. Oh, no, he's still going.
Oh, they're side by side. Oh, Scooter. Scooter was a little bit laggy coming out, so it kind of threw Adam off his line a little bit, I think.
Yeah, so look, Adam losing out 2 positions down that straight to the slipstream and the larger displacement cars there, but he'll fight back through this tight section. And as we come around 100R and into the hairpin, oh, I thought he was going to have a crack, but no.
No, I think it's a bit too early to start having kind of re-attacks on the position. You kind of want to settle in, maybe make your move a little bit later in the race.
Yeah, look, he's probably better to follow Apex through, because Apex is obviously going to be quick as he tries to get himself to the front of this pack. So if he can stay on the back of Apex and then get a bit of draft on that last or second last lap and steal the win.
Use that Corvette speed and just make the most of it.
They all seem to be going single file at the moment and all pretty happy to do this. And look, they'll probably be happy to, certainly those at the front end of the field will be happy to follow around for a couple of laps. And then sort of make their move towards the end of the race, because I've seen it a couple of times in practice now. You can slipstream past someone up that main straight, but if you do it too early, they're just going to get you back by the end of it anyway.
Yep. And I've just jumped on with Adam, and although he's in Apex's slipstream, because Apex is also in Scooter's slipstream, he's not making any ground.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, a lot of slipstreaming. 3 wide between Pure Axle, KZ and Stefco as we go into turn 1. Pure Axle still wanting to have a crack up the inside of KZ for 7th place.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
right,
Pure's going to want to make a move.
Yeah, look, he's certainly a lot further back than he would want to be at this stage.
What else do we have? Yeah, everyone else has sort of found their position in the field, and they're just going through the motions at this stage.
Yeah, look, the slip that you get here is significant, but like you said, if the car in front has slip, then it's really no benefit to you.
No.
But if you get out of that slip, then wow, you know, you're going to be dropping off really quickly. So everyone not wanting to make mistakes, wanting to stay on the back of the car in front so that they don't lose that advantage. But up in front, we've got Fixer Chris, who is 1.2 seconds clear of Apex. So Apex is not in his slip. And Scooter is 1.1 seconds behind Apex. So Apex has cleared out there and Scooter's lost the slip as well. But we'll watch that time come down between Apex and Chris down this straight, because that Corvette will haul him in.
Oh, it will.
And
Massively.
it's already below a second now, as Apex posts the fastest lap of the race so far with 1:36.9, and he's very close to being in Fixer Chris's slip now.
So he took close to 4/10 out just by the straight without slipstream. So
Yep,
it just
without
shows you the
slip.
pace.
So the NSX certainly struggling with top end speed, but you would think that it's going to make up for it through this section being the better balanced mid-mount car. And he's certainly holding that gap at the moment and increasing slightly. Just as I say that.
Yeah, he's gone a little bit wide there and dropped a couple tenths.
Yeah, just as I say that, he's lost nearly half a second coming out of that corner. So Apex well and truly will be in his slip for the main drag now. But will he take him or will he bump him? Will he be happy to follow him for another lap or two?
No, I wouldn't be surprised to see Apex go past. He doesn't need to hide his speed. We're not in a practice race or anything like that. We're playing for points here, so...
But strategically, is it best to wait so that Fixer Chris can't slip back off him and steal a win?
I still think Apex would be better going past early.
Oh, well, here we go. Let's see what he does. He's pulling up behind him now. He's only 2 tenths away. Certainly has the overspeed to overtake him if he chooses to, and he does. He's pulled out. He's posted another fastest lap, 1:36.7. Fixer Chris pushing him to the inside, and he's cleared him already. Under brakes into the first corner. Easy overtake for Apex as he takes the lead. And Adam in third place now, 3 tenths ahead of Scooter.
Yeah, so I wasn't watching Scooter, but he might have been bumping Adam down the straight.
Oh, I'll tell you who I haven't been watching, but is finding his way to the front really quickly is Pure Axel. He's up in fifth. So in a couple of laps, he's got through quite a few drivers there, and now hunting down Scooter 82. We said he wouldn't be down. He certainly likes to be at the pointy end, and he's making his way there real quick.
Yeah, he's such a rapid driver, Pure Axel. It doesn't seem fair sometimes.
Absolute pure racer. I mean, the guy turns up with half an hour's worth of practice during the week and blows people away. He's a freak. Following him on track, we have KZ in 6th, who is just on the verge of losing slip to Pure Axel. So he really needs to put a strong final sector in here so we can hang on to the back of him. And DJ Stefko following KZ. So those guys...
I just noticed as well, we've had a lead change going into the home straight.
Oh, we have too, yes. So Fixer Chris back in the lead now as we head down the main straight again. Fixer Chris hugging the inside, saying, yeah, I'm taking the inside. You're going to take me on this corner. You're going to do it around the outside this time.
That NSX will be better under brakes, but Apex has easily cleared him.
Yep. Fixer tries to get a bit of draft, They're under brakes now. Yeah, Apex with the inside line, easy. Can he switch back? No, he can't. He's trying to for the outside, so he has the inside run for Coca-Cola. Showing the nose.
Well, it's the last lap. This is where moves are going to be made.
Yeah, and look, this is ideal for Apex. He needs Fixer Chris to be behind him through this section, because it's through this section that the NSX is going to be stronger than the Vet.
Oh, NSX.
Oh, and here we go, up the inside.
Oh.
Sends it, and makes the move.
I was going to say, very Max Verstappen-ish. Kind of missing the apex there. Just, we're going to make you go a little bit wider.
So he will defend coming into Dunlop here. He hugs to the inside. Apex is out wide. Very tight through here. You're not going to get an overtaking move through this section, I wouldn't think, unless Fixer makes a mistake. Apex is right on him. He needs to stay on his bumper and try and get him down that main drag now. Oh, a bit sideways there for Chris.
Yeah, Apex is really going to focus on getting the best possible exit onto the home straight to maximise that speed.
Yep. And as we come into the last corner now, through the Panasonic section. Chris with a 3/10 lead.
Oh,
That may be enough. Oh,
I think they both got a little bit sideways there.
yeah, like I think Chris might have enough, but Apex is pulling him in quickly.
Oh, it's going to be close.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, is that a dead heat?
I think that was
I
a
think
dead
we've
heat.
got a dead heat.
And
Wow.
we've got Scooter in third, Adam in fourth, Pure in fifth, KZ sixth, DJ seventh, Zoo 8, ninth is Squid, 10th is Ando, and I missed the rest there. Sorry, fellas.
So amazing. So Gran Turismo has given the win to Fixer Chris, pole position and clean race. And let's have a look at these.
There was
Yeah, there
two
is two.
thousandths.
That is incredible.
I don't think we're going to get a closer race all season.
No, no, I don't think we'll see a closer race for a long time. 2/1000ths of a second. Geez, you can't separate these guys. All right, so race 2, 12 laps. All
Yeah.
about tyre management, all about fuel management. So
Yeah,
We've
this
got-
is going to be a really tricky race. This is one that I found I struggled with personally the most, the 12 lap,
yep,
because you don't want to pit, you don't want to give yourself that 30-second kind of handicap. So, like you said, people are going to be really managing their tyres.
yeah. Any cars you believe have an advantage with the tyre and fuel saving here?
Well, believe it or not, the Corvette, you can shift it early and still maintain great power, and it is really balanced as well, so it's quite even on its tyre wear.
Yeah, look, I found that I drive the Corvette, and it certainly does wear the fronts a little bit more. So a little bit of brake bias to the rear will even that out for you, and you do get then a fairly even wear rate on the tyres.
But I would like to see the pug of Adam maybe make a pretty good showing here.
Yeah, well, he'll be the race results. So Adam finished 4th in the last race, so he will be starting in 10th place.
So a
And
front
obviously,
row
front
is-
row will be Oily and Tombo. So really close race there. 13 cars split by 9 seconds.
Yeah, less than 10 seconds for the whole field.
Yep. This race could separate them a bit more though, because we're going to get into that danger zone that I spoke of earlier with tyre wear.
Yep.
And it towards sort of lap 9, lap 10 is where we'll see some people. You know, they'll get a bit more sideways coming out of turns. We might have a few spin outs.
It's going to be interesting and exciting,
Yeah,
hopefully.
yeah. Look, and to be honest, I think maybe the Pug, being a lighter car, may have an advantage towards the end of this race.
Yeah, the pug is quite good on fuel, as it is a smaller engine, lower displacement. It's not going through as much fuel.
Yep. So, coming off the second row here, we will have Cloakade and Ando.
Tell you what, 3 of your top 4 are Rusties.
Yeah. Yeah, so not a good first race for Rusties, but hopefully the second race they can make amends. We'll then have Squidly in the AMG and Zoo in the Corvette on the next row.
Yeah, I feel like those two had quite a quiet race. I don't think there was much happening between them.
No, well, for most of it, really, I mean, Pure Axle made up some positions, but for the most part, yeah, the drivers seem to be happy to follow each other around. We'll then have Stefko in the Viper and KZ in another Jag.
Yep.
And then Pure Axle and Adam starting. Oh no, hang on, I've got a bit. It'll be KZ and Pure Axle. We'll then have Adam, Scooter, Apex, and Fixer Chris starting last, of course.
Yeah, I tell you what, this is going to be an exciting bloody race.
Yeah, and look, I think all the action is going to be from lap 8 onwards, to be honest. I think what we're going to see to start off with is a lot of drivers very happy to slipstream, very happy to be cautious with their tyres and save as much as they can so they can attack in the last few laps.
Yeah, that's probably the idea. Whether that happens in the race, though, obviously, lots of things can happen in the race. So we'll see if the ideal strategy comes to effect.
Yeah. So soft tyres here. Trying to make the soft tyres go to 12 laps. Now we've got 1 minute till the race starts. So while we're doing that, let's just mention our sponsors. So first sponsor, Brisbane Insurance Brokers. And Brisbane Insurance Brokers has been recognised as the best in commercial and industrial insurance. They can help with all manner of general insurance needs, including your personal insurances for your home and car. Find out more today at www.brisbaneinsurancebrokers.com.au. We also have Next Level Racing on for another year. Next Level Racing is the world's leading simulation brand, revolutionising simulation with its industry-leading product range. Check them out at www.nextlevelracing.com. We also have Racers who have signed on again. Racers provide dedicated support for motorsport event operators from grassroots to professionals. Contact them through their website, racers.world. And our final sponsor for this evening is Future Studios. So born from the streets of Melbourne, Future Studios is the place to go to get all your streetwear clothing needs. Their exciting new website will be launching in 2022. So thank you to all of our sponsors who support the league.
Yeah, they really help out the league in many ways.
Right, and as race number 2 is about to get underway. So I think my pick is not only because he's a teammate, but Pure Axle and also Zoo are the two that I'm going to look out for, both driving a Corvette. Look, I think they'll make their way through this pack. Zoo really looks after his tyres.
Yeah, Zoo's quite good on tyres. I think one of the Rusty's boys might be in for a good shot here.
Yeah, well, they're starting up the front, those guys. Ando has been really quick during the week.
Tombo's
Right.
got a good Clocade. They've all swamped oily.
Yep, as we come into turn 1, Tombo leading them in there. It is a gaggle of Rusty's cars through that first turn. First, second and third at the moment. Tombo leading the way, followed by Oily.
Yeah, so we'll see if these Rusty's guys can put some team practice to work and
Yeah,
see how it
well,
goes.
further back behind those, pretty much everyone was too wide going through Coca-Cola and through 100R as we come into the hairpin. A lot of them are starting to single out now, but Apex has already moved up to 8th and is in behind Pure Axle.
He started second last.
Yeah, he's not holding back. He's not holding back at all. Tyre wear? No, we don't need to worry about that. 3 wide as we come into Dunlop now at the rear of the field. And Adam wins out on that battle. So Adam leading Scooter 82 and Fixer Chris through Dunlop and through this next section.
Yeah, it's a long race, boys. I wouldn't be making anything too rash just yet.
Remember when we said they might take it easy for a while?
Definitely not.
That was foolish.
Squid just got sideways.
Yeah, Squid is back in 10th. Can we get a replay on that, Herb? See what happened there?
Yeah, was that on Squid?
Yeah, he's in 10th.
Yeah, he's 10th.
Alright, jumping into replay. Alright, on board with Squid. Oh, okay, he's come around the corner and just got a bit of oversteer. He's corrected it pretty quickly, but he's lost
gassed it a little bit too much on cold tyres.
Yeah.
All right, cold tyre demon might have got him there. But behind him at the moment, Adam and Fixer Chris. So Fixer Chris certainly not making the ground up that Apex has been able to make so far, and still following around at the rear of the field.
Yeah, I think it will be a bit more difficult for that little NSX to kind of carve its way through the field. It just doesn't have the power of the Corvette.
Well, it's where it's strong is in areas where you really don't have an overtaking opportunity.
No.
So yeah, that's probably one of the reasons he's going to struggle through there. But as we jump back to the lead, Tombo still leading this gaggle of Rusty's guys around. Gets a bit wide there, and Ando right on his tail as they come through this tight, twisty section. Cloquet up the side of Ando now, but he's on the outside. He won't be able to get him.
No, I don't think he'd make that move anyway. I think it was an unintended kind of send.
Yep. Yeah, probably to avoid hitting him.
Yeah.
But these guys, it'd be interesting to watch these guys down the straight now. Are they going to bump each other and help each other? I'm betting that they will at this point. Ando's not going to be in any hurry to take the lead. He'll be more than happy to let Tombo lead him around for a while.
Oh no, he's going to. And
wrong again. Ando says, "Nah, I'm flying. I'll take my 787 and lead you guys now."
Yeah, so we'll see how these boys go playing rear gunner for Ando now. And Pure Axle's into 5th, with Apex just behind him.
Yeah, look, and I would imagine those two, Apex would be very happy to follow Pure Axle for the time being and let him do the work. So he will open up the gaps and Apex will just step through them as well.
Oh, without a doubt.
Having said that, I've been wrong with everything else so far tonight, so... Oh, Pure Axle really wide there. That'll be a penalty, I would think. Let's keep an eye on that. No penalty. He's got away with that.
I think you're given a bit of leeway on the exit there. I think you can have all 4 tyres off and still get away with it.
Yeah, okay. So following Oily through this tight section at the moment, Pure Axle is still in the draft of Oily. So keep an eye on that, because once he gets past Oily and Apex, then these guys are into the Rusties. Jags.
We'll see what they can do as a team.
Everyone in slipstream as we go down this main drag at the moment, so...
I've just noticed Squid's dropped right off. I think he's had another incident.
Oh, he has too, yeah.
Because he's about 3 seconds off his best time.
Yeah, look, he might be finding the Mercedes a bit of a handful around here at the moment. As Fixer Chris in front of him in 12th is still struggling to make any ground on these guys, following Scooter 82 at the moment. I mean, obviously Fixer Chris has got good one-lap pace. He got pole position, but struggling to get his car around anyone at the moment.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised by that. Granted, Scooter is a very talented driver in his own right, but I was kind of expecting...
And he sends it. Oh, yes.
Well, plenty of room given to both drivers, so...
Yep. But the drive from that Jag coming out just says, nah, you need to do better next time, Chris.
Well, I think Pure just had to serve a penalty. I think he kind of took a little too much liberty.
Yeah, well, he's lost 2 positions, so he's either done a penalty or he's made a mistake somewhere. So following along behind Stefko now in that Viper, with Apex only directly in front, so might have lost 2 positions, but hasn't lost a lot of time.
No, and he's just centred up the inside of Stefko, so now it's going to be a drag down the start-finish. So we'll see which car has higher top end, because they're both out of slip.
I think, are they? Yes, they are. Zoo giving Stefko a push, though.
That's going to help.
That's really going to help Stefko.
And now Zoo's gone past Axel,
and it'll help. Yeah, it'll help Zoo as well. So both of them. Oh, Pure Axle sends it under brakes. Jeez, he's good under brakes, that bloke.
He's done well there to pull it up nicely.
Yeah, really clean move under brakes there.
And
Zoo follows him. Zoo's followed him through. So the Corvette's working there. And Adam is right on the tail of Stefko. Oh, what's going on there?
I think
that's Tombo's glitching. Or is he? No,
I think Tombo's having an absolute mare at the moment.
He is all over the place. Tombo is in orbit again. What? I'm sure it seems normal for him.
I would not want to be oily or apex. Like, I can't even keep track of where he is. This is.
It's interesting too, because even though this is not what is actually happening from his perspective, it still shows it as damage on his car.
Oh wow. I'm speechless. Sorry.
I'm trying to work out whether Ando has got if Tombo's out of his slip at the moment. I think he is. He's just over a second at the moment as things start to calm down with his car. So Ando clearing out in this second race here at the moment. Tombo 1.1 seconds back, and Oily 1.4 with Apex right on his humper now, and Pure Axle back in the mix of things.
Yeah,
So they'll go
Axel
up.
hasn't wasted any time. Or Zoo give Cloakade a bit of a bump there going into T1.
Yeah, I wonder if Cloakade got a penalty as well, because he's dropped back a few positions there.
Yeah, he's lost 3 positions on that lap.
Yeah.
His time, yeah, he was about 2 seconds off his top time, so something has happened.
Yep. Oh, I think the two to watch out for at the moment are certainly Apex and Pure Axle, as those guys carve their way through this field together. They'll be looking to hunt down Ando, who is currently 2.5 seconds ahead of Apex.
I honestly don't think it's going to take Apex all that long to catch him. These Corvettes are basically cheat codes at the moment.
I'm just looking at the tyre wear too, and Pure Axle's tyres are noticeably better than Apex. There's nothing wrong with Apex's. He's wearing them really well, but that difference could mean something towards the end of this race.
Yeah, definitely. Especially because the wear is on the front, so he's going to notice a bit more understeer.
Yep. Tombo's certainly struggling. He's on a controller.
Yeah, DS4.
So, yep.
but he's still got a
Ando
lot
out
of pace.
Ando out in front. His tyres are magnificent, as they always are.
Yeah, it's still a bit too early to call, but it could be Ando's race to lose.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right there. It's certainly his race to lose. He's got good pace. If he can keep it neat and consistent, keep doing the times he has been doing, then Apex has now moved into second. He gets past Tombo, and Pure Axle all over the back of Tombo, weaving, saying,
Yeah,
just letting him know that I'm there.
Yeah, I think Pure wants to get past Tombo as soon as possible. He wants to stick with Apex and have that battle for the end.
Yeah, absolutely. He wants to stay right on the tail of Apex, because once Apex gets a second clear of you, it's very hard to hunt him down.
Yeah, especially with clean air in front of him.
Yep. And look, the drive out of that corner, wow. Already out of that corner, he's brought down 2/10 on Ando. Pure Axle, having a look up the inside here of Tombo. Does it going into Dunlop, and yes, yeah, he's shut the door now. So Pure Axle into third, and 1.2 seconds to the rear of Apex. So he's got some work to do to get back on the tail of Apex. May need to burn some fuel to do that.
See, that overtake at Dunlop could well be the slowest overtake of the calendar season.
Yeah.
It's a very slow speed corner, that one. So he's done well to get around.
Yeah, it's definitely a first gear corner. There's no doubt about that. And Apex now 1.6 seconds behind Ando, so he's bringing that gap down.
His last lap was nearly 6/10 quicker than Ando's.
Yeah, I think Ando might have had a bit of an issue. He was about half a second slower than 2/10 slower than normal. So Apex just he's a couple of tenths quicker around every lap. If Ando has a bit of a hiccup or a bit of an issue, then Apex is going to be all over him.
So I'll look through the rest of the field. Oh, Scooter just made a nice move on Zoo back at is it Coca-Cola?
Yeah, can we get a replay on that, Herbs?
Yeah, what position?
Scooter's in 8th.
Yep.
8th.
Alright, jumping to replay. Let's see what happens.
Hopefully I haven't
Alright,
talked
on
it up.
board the scooter. It's gonna jump to the outside. Yeah, he's just had the speed. And gone around easy. Yeah, nice clean move. Well done.
Yep.
That's a tough corner to make a move on as well, because it's just a very sharp little cut.
Well, I had a bit of a drive in the Jag earlier today, and that's certainly a section where the Vet, I would say, is stronger than the Jag. Through the section they're in now is where the Jag seems to be stronger than the Vet. So to be able to overtake Zoo in that section, excellent driving. Excellent driving. So going back from them, Stefko is half a second back from Zoo in that Viper. And it's a train of cars here that are all in each other's slip. So we've got Stefko, we've then got KZ, and we've got Fix-It Chris, who is still struggling to make any ground in that NSX, but is holding on to slip.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking, because Fixer Chris was battling with Scooter towards the start of the race, and Scooter's been able to jump 4 cars or 3 cars. So
Yes. So Fixer having a really tough time in this race, and look, if it continues, he'll be starting on the front row for the 3rd race, which is clearly where he needs to be, because working from the rear is not really working for him at the moment.
no, and that's a scary thought for the rest of the field.
Yeah. And Squidley he's 5 seconds to the rear of Fixer Chris. I think he was a lot more than that a while ago, so he may be making some ground at the moment on this tail of cars.
Yeah,
But
quite
out in front, Ando still over a second clear of Apex, and the gap between Apex and Pure Axle hasn't changed for a couple of laps. So those guys doing equal speed, but then we've got a bit of a gap back to Oily. So the top 3 are clearing out. It's 2.5 seconds back to Oily. Certainly comes down to an Ando, Apex, and Pure Axle battle at the moment.
Yeah, that's the way that it's starting to look. The 2 Rusties guys behind Oily, see if they can work together to try catch up. But they do also have Adam and Scooter right on their tail as well.
Yeah, look, Adam will be very comfortable where he is for the time being. Or as I say that, he pulls out, and so does Scooter. So Tombo pushing Cloquet down the straight, but Adam fires it up the inside. Is he going to get 2 positions?
Well, I think he has.
Yeah, he has. He's got to close it on this one. Yeah, he will. Cloquet moves over and gives Scooter a nudge. Well, that could have ended badly. Well, that Scooter was done well to actually hold on to that. And Tombo, the big loser there. He won't like me calling him the big loser there. He'll have some things to say about that during the week. But that's certainly enabled, like Zoo's right on their tail now, so Zoo will be dragging Stefko along with him. Someone's gone wide there.
I think Fixer kind of misjudged his braking.
Yep. And Squidley has brought in another half a second so far this lap, so he's certainly catching up to the rear of these guys.
Yeah, keep plugging away, Squid.
The Merc is really good at looking after its tyres, so we're certainly in what I would call the danger zone now. And as I go back up to the start of the lead of this race, Apex now well and truly in the slipstream of Ando and hunting him down along this main straight. It won't be enough to get him at this corner, but we've got 2 laps left. So Apex exactly where he needs to be coming into the last 2 laps.
Yeah, he's. I think he's going to make a move towards the end of this lap.
Yeah, look, his rears are slightly more worn than Ando's. The fronts are exactly the same. But he's certainly used a bit more rear tyre to make that ground up. And Pure Axle's dropped off the pace a little bit now, so he's out to 2 seconds behind Apex. So now it seems to be down to a 2-horse race.
Yeah, I just noticed that Pure Axle's rear left has seen a little bit more action than it seems to be. So
Yeah.
I think that could be the cause for his times to drop.
Yeah, and look, if you get on the gas a little bit too much coming out of a few of these corners in the Corvette, that's the tyre that's going to wear. So he's obviously been driving very aggressive to try and get back up to apex, and has just worn those tyres a little bit more. But as we come through this tight section now, apex is right under the rear wing of Ando, and he will be looking to make a move, all a bit sideways. They're both a bit sideways there. As we come through the last corner, need to keep it straight and get a really good exit here so that you've got an opportunity, and they've both done it. So Apex will hunt him down in that slipstream here,
Oh,
and we'll be looking to make a move to take the lead.
sorry, we just had a massive kind of battle from about 8th down to 12th. And it's ended with Stefko and Zoo kind of getting forced off the road.
Right, Stefko's in 12th at the moment, Herbs. Can we get a replay on that?
Yeah.
He's in 11th now.
It was in that last sector. It was very
Alright,
close
I'll
racing.
Oh, I think I might have just missed it. Oh no, no, Zoo got a love tap from someone and then he's bumped into Stefko. Yeah. I don't know, the viewers might have seen who did that, but yeah, it was pretty quick what happened. Alright, back to the race.
Yeah,
All right. So back to the lead. Apex now half a second ahead of Ando. So he's made that move and is leading them through the last lap. Fuel lights flashing everywhere, but last lap, we don't need to worry about that now. As we come through this tight, twisty section, Pure Axle's actually made a little bit of ground, but he'll be out of the equation for a first place here unless these guys come together. So Apex leading through now as we come into the last corner. Ando is certainly within slip range, but I don't think he'll be close enough, so looking good for Apex here in race 2.
yeah, that's an absolutely remarkable drive coming from second last on the grid.
Yeah, well done, Apex. And look, Pure Axle's made up quite a few places there as well. Oily comes home in 4th. Cloakade and Tombo right on the line. Nothing can separate those guys. Scooter 82. Adam V brings the pug home in 8th. Fixer Chris does make up a few positions in 9th. We've then got KZ in 10th, Stefko, Zoo, and then Squidley. Oh, congratulations, Apex. 11 positions gained. That sends a message for, very scary message for this third race now. So we'll have, starting off the front row, we'll have Zoo and we will have Squidley. What I'm going to do, we've got Stefko. We'll try and get Stefko on for a bit of a chat and see what his thoughts are on those first couple of races. Okay.
And just while we're waiting for him
Sorry, I
to
just
jump in,
realised
should
that
I
my
jump
mic was
to
muted.
the commercials?
Yeah, sure, Herbs. Let's run the commercials.
Brisbane Insurance Brokers has been recognised as the best in commercial and industrial insurance. They can help with all manner of general insurance needs, including your personal insurance for your home and car. Contact them through their website, brisbaneinsurancebrokers.com.au, for all your insurance needs.
Well, welcome back after a word from our sponsors. And DJ Stefko has joined us in the commentary box for a bit of a chat about those first 2 races and get his thoughts on the third. Stefko, let's talk about that last one, 12 laps. Tell us your thoughts, mate. How did it go?
How are we, guys? Thanks for having me on again. Yeah, politely speaking, I didn't really like race 2. Dodge loves to chew tyres and fuel, so it was quite difficult. But race 1, I loved it. That was awesome. So much fun.
Yeah, you did well in race 1.
Cheers. That was getting this big tank of a car around such a tight, twisty track, especially in the third sector, is really difficult but fun nonetheless.
Yeah, and look, we saw Tombo having a big glitch effort there. Were you anywhere near him when that was occurring?
I was right in the thick of it, mate. It was great. I was wondering who was sort of in my blind spot. Next thing, this Rusty's car, pretty standard for Rusty's cars to come out of nowhere. But you know, it's just, oh, did I say that loud? Oh, sorry. No, I'm joking. Yeah, it did scare the living daylights out of me though, because I didn't know where he was and whether he's going to hit me or not. But these things happen. Online racing.
Yeah, and look, I mean, you come in 11th, had a bit of a bit of grief there towards the end of that race. So you'll be starting off the second row, and we know you've got that Viper launching really well. You've got a Corvette and a Mercedes in front, which both launch as well. Tell me what your thoughts are on the third race, mate. How are you going to handle these guys in front of you and keep the others behind?
Well, I'm going to try and stay with them. At the end of the day, this car does love to eat fuel. I don't know, maybe I might hold up the back runners a little bit and stick with them mediums to start off with. Who knows? You could probably see it on the stream now, but it's our secret.
All right, so you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Stefko starting on mediums with the express content of pissing off everyone else.
Are we surprised though? Are we really that surprised?
I'm not that bad, am I? No. Hey, any advantage here is a good one, and in this
we've
lobby.
Just lost Tombo.
Yeah, look, we were just about to kick off the race when Tombo has now left the room, so we might give him a minute or so.
That's all right. No, there's definitely important things to talk about. Yeah, I hope he's coming. Oh, there we go. He's coming back.
Yep.
But yeah, so definitely not my intent to piss them off, but it will get them a little bit agitated, as long as I can keep with them. Yeah, I'm not going to be putting up too much of a fight, I'll be honest with you.
Yep.
So it's race strategy.
100%.
Are you happy to share how many laps you're wanting to do on the mediums before you get off them?
No.
No?
No.
Holding those
have to wait and
cards
see.
close. Surprises afoot. I would imagine 18 laps. I would imagine most people are going to be doing a maximum of 6 to 8 laps on their mediums. So we've got a bit of a mixed bag at the moment as we look through the field. So as I go from the top, we've got Pure Axle on mediums, Apex on mediums, Ando on mediums. We've got Zoo on softs. We've got Oily on mediums. KZ is also on mediums. Cloakade starting on softs. Adam. So mediums certainly seem to be the pick of the bunch as we go through. There's really only 3 or 4 guys starting on softs.
Where are these guys that are starting on softs? Where are they starting on the grid? So Zoo will be front row.
Yep, Zoo will be in front.
Squid front row. And Cloakade. I'm surprised with Cloakade, actually.
Yeah, he's starting well back after finishing 5th. So he'll be looking to carve his way through on those softs and get past people like Stefko who are trying to slow him down.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No,
Funny that Cloakade's in Rusty's as well.
All right,
No comment.
Everyone's back and everyone's ticked in, so we will kick this race off. And there we go.
So thanks for joining us, Stefko.
Cheers, guys. If I don't die, I'd love to come back and talk to you throughout the race as well.
All right, mate. Have a good one. We'll cross to you when we get the chance.
Cheers, guys.
All right, race 3, our main event for the evening, is about to start. Here we go. So let's jump on board at 5th place with Fixer Chris. And let's see how he gets that NSX off the line. The lights seem to be taking a while to get going. Here we go. Lights are on. 5 red lights and revs build, away we go. So they are off and running in our main event race for the evening. Fixer Chris getting a good start in that NSX. He's up into 4th. Goes wide into turn 1 and holds 4th place, as behind him we see cars going 2 and 3 wide, battling through there.
They're still relatively clean, so...
Yep, very clean through turn 1. And to be fair, turn 1 here is very similar to turn 1 at Monza. You've got a long straight and then you've got that hard braking zone into it, so very clean racing, as they seem to much quicker this race to get into that single file. I would imagine people are very happy to save fuel, save their tyres in the early parts of this race.
Yeah. Yeah, so you mentioned it earlier, and you're expecting about, what, 6 to 8 laps, possibly on the mediums?
Yeah, I think so. Look, these guys will do, certainly the danger zone on softs is anything after 10 laps, but these guys don't seem to suffer a lot of time loss as their softs wear down. They seem to manage it pretty well, so I think most of them, they've all just done 12 laps on softs. I think most of them will be happy to do 12 laps on softs here again. So those that start on mediums will be looking to pit after 6 laps, or those that want to perhaps take a more cautious route will go to 7 or 8.
Yeah, hopefully finish a little bit quicker than those who pitted on lap 6.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And the benefit of that really does come out in the last 2 laps. So you don't get any benefit really in the lap 7 and 8. Lap 9 and 10 after you've pitted, but the benefit will come out towards the end of the race. Stefko is in 3rd place at the moment, doing exactly what he said he was going to do. There's a bit of a gap between him and Squidley already, so he's out of the slipstream for Squidley, and he's got Fixer Chris right on his tail, who is also on mediums, and Adam, who is also on mediums. So I guess not slowing anyone down yet, but Squidley, who's gone out on softs, and Zoo, who have gone out on soft, those guys are running away at the moment.
I just went back to have a look at where Clocade is, and he's kind of got himself in some free air at the moment, so he's going to want to maximise those softs as well.
Yeah, well, he's got Pure Axle behind him, who's on mediums, and he'll be dragging Pure Axle with him. So as long as Pure Axle can stay within that slip zone, or as he likes to call it, the suck zone. But just back a little bit further, I'm watching Apex at the moment in 10th place. He's looking to go around the outside of Scooter. So both those guys on mediums, and now he's up the inside. So making moves already. He'll be up into, he's made it. He's in 9th now, but Scooter's got Oily's slip going down the straight.
Oh, Oily's just pulled across, giving Apex a bit of...
Giving Apex the slip.
Yeah.
Well, we know who he likes the best.
No, we don't have favourites here, do we, Oily?
No. But now it's worked against Oily, because Apex has got past and Scooter is getting the slip off Apex, and they're both going to get through into turn 1. Yeah, they are. Wow. So that's really worked against Oily there. It's cost him 2 positions. But Apex moving up into 8th place now after a couple of laps. So looking very dangerous at the start of this race as well.
I'll just jump back to the front, and Squid's gone more than 2 seconds in front of Stefko now. So those softs are really, really starting to show their pace.
Yeah, and that comes back to what I was saying. The guys that start on mediums, they don't want to be on them for any longer than they have to. So if they can comfortably get 12 laps out of the softs, then that's what they'll do. And for my opinion, I would think it really comes down to fuel. So if they want to save fuel, then they'll do 12 laps on softs. If they want to drive it hard and not save fuel, then they'll be looking to do only 10 or 11 laps on softs.
Yep.
And for that, it's going to be different for every car. Like we said, the Corvette does not suffer significantly when you're fuel saving. So they can go out and you can do 11, 12 laps in the Corvette and the fuel saving doesn't really affect it. The Merc is quite good at that as well. But they're out to over 3 seconds lead now, these guys. They are really maximising their soft tyre run.
Yeah, I mean that's what they have to do. If they wanted to give themselves the best possible chance, they needed to gap the field and they needed to.
Sorry, just coming into turn one.
That's right.
Fixer Chris just got his NSX a little bit sideways there. I think there was a bit of contact, but I didn't quite see who it was with. It's too wide with Cloquet now through Coca-Cola and into 100R. Cloquet losing space as Pure Axle pokes his Corvette up the inside as well and wanting to follow Fixer Chris through. But Cloquet shuts the door there.
Yeah,
Pure Axle needs to try again. Yep.
Much better on the brakes with those soft tyres.
Yeah, look, he'll have a crack at Fixer Chris here, you would think, but Fixer Chris defending the inside line, telling him go around the outside if you want it, son. So this will be slowing Cloquet down. He needs to get around these guys.
Yeah, I don't think he'll have too much difficulty getting past on the straight there, past Fixer Chris.
No, not at all. And Steph goes out to a 1 second lead over Fixer Chris now. Oh, as I say that, he gets a little bit, looked like he got a little bit sideways there and lost a bit of time. But that NSX is just flying through that twisty section, so
yeah,
he's just out of slip. That Viper just pulls down the main straight.
Yeah, it's absolutely rapid.
Cloquet making the position for fourth, gets around Fixer Chris down the main straight, and Pure Axle having a crack as well. Pure Axle's got past Fixer Chris, under brakes coming into turn one. Yeah, it does it easily. Well done. Oh, bit of a nudge. That's okay. So he stays. Oh, Fixer gives him a flash of the lights there, saying, hey, how about a bit of racing room? But Pure Axle will now stay on the back of Cloquet, which is where he needs to be, because Cloquet's on those softs. He's going to be quick, so if Pure Axle can maintain close quarters with him, that's really going to help him once he gets onto the softs.
Yeah, I think that's been Pure Axle's strategy from the start. Stick with Cloquet, because, like you say, he's going to be making the openings.
Yep.
And Pure Axle has the natural speed to get there as well.
Yeah, and look, Cloquet's closed up on Stefko really rapidly through that section. So the softs really showing their superiority here. As I look at Squidley, he's 4 seconds ahead of Stefko now. So, and you know, him and Zoo are really stretching these soft tyres out and making the most of them at the moment. Cloquet now up the inside of the last corner. He's going to make the move for third. No, he doesn't. He tucks back in. That Viper's got a hell of a lot of power coming out of that corner. He's going to have to slipstream him. You're not going to out-drag him. That's exactly what he's done. So he's moved to the inside. He'll have those soft tyres coming into the braking zone. He'll easily get third place here. He's already got it. Yeah, easily done. Well done, Cloquet.
I guess the good news for Stefko is now Pure Axle's outside of his slip. So he does get a bit of breathing room. He can sit behind Cloquet and make the most of these mediums while he's on them.
Yeah, and look, Stefko would have been fully aware of the fact that Cloquet was on soft, so he knew he didn't have to fight him. They're driving different races at the moment, different strategies, so probably best to just let him go and then stay on the back end. Which is exactly what he's doing, but I would imagine, yeah, look, geez, you see the drive coming out of those corners. He's made 1.5 tenths just coming out of that corner, coming up to 2 tenths now. So if you're making 2 tenths coming out of every corner on softs, then you know, it's a massive difference. But we are in the coming towards the end of the 6th lap now. So our first driver on mediums is Stefko, as all of our soft runners are taking up first, second and third. So he was a bit coy with his strategy. Let's see what he does. Is he going to go into the pits or is he going to go past? And if he goes past, what are the guys behind him going to do?
Yeah, they're going to follow his lead.
Chris and Adam, who are on the tail end of that 4-car train, they really have to follow someone else. If someone else goes into the pits, they have to go in as well.
Yeah.
Everyone's going for another lap. So at least one more lap. Pure Axel making a move now. Up. Yeah, look, he's slipped off Stefko. He's made the move into 4th.
Ando's ducking into the pits. So Ando's the first one in at the end of lap 6.
Here we go. So Ando will be looking to get the undercut early on, have a bit of speed early on, and then defend later, whereas most other people are looking to have the speed later in the race. But Pure Axel already out to half a second lead over Stefko, so... And Stefko's tyres, he's really used them up compared to Pure Axel, so Stefko choosing to abuse those tyres early on, and I guess why not? You know, they're mediums, they'll last longer. And
yeah, they're a lot more durable than the softs. But I think this is what Stefko was mentioning earlier, how the Dodge does use a lot more tyres and fuel than other cars on the grid.
Yep.
And saying that though, he has saved more fuel than Pure Axel.
Yeah, well, that'll help him a lot in the pits. Yeah, there's probably a good 5 or 6 litre difference there at the moment, so he could well jump Pure Axel in the pits off the back of that. So perhaps sacrificing a bit of tyre wear to save some fuel and maintain a competitive pace. I'm actually looking at Pure Axel. I think he's making ground on Cloquet at the moment.
Yeah, I think those softs, they're starting to get to the crossover point now.
Yep.
And
So Pure Axel
Steph
going
goes in.
around again. Steph goes in. Those 7 laps, 50 litres.
KZ's followed him in.
KZ, yep. So that's it, though. Just those 2 guys this lap.
Yeah,
We've got...
so we'll see where Ando comes out in relation to these 2.
Yeah, Ando coming around the last corner now. KZ's got 45 litres left, so Stefko 5 litres better than KZ. He's really saved fuel well in that Viper. As Ando comes down the main street, he's about to cross the start-finish line.
So Stefko's come out.
Stefko's
miles ahead.
6. Yeah. So that fuel savings really worked for him there. KZ's come out ahead of Ando as well.
So I'm not sure what the gap was between these 2 initially. But I think Ando's done all right here.
Well, he's got to do an extra lap on those softs, so he'll have warm tyres now, whereas KZ is out on cold softs. So he's just got to hold him off for 1 lap, and then as every lap goes by, KZ's tyres will be better and better than Ando's. So Ando might find himself struggling towards the end of this race now.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
So Pure Axel up in 4th. Now he is well and truly in the slip zone of Cloquet, who is on those soft tyres, and he'll be looking to take 3rd position off him as we see 3 cars, Fixer Chris, Adam and Apex, all into the pits.
Ooh, and Chris has managed to save 5% more than... Well, Scooter's come in as well.
Yeah, Chris has saved a lot of fuel compared to the other guys.
Yeah.
Scooter 82's used more.
So I'm surprised that Pure Axel didn't come in.
Well, yeah, that was my thought too. And then I thought, well, he's right in the slipstream of Cloquet, so he'll do this lap. He'll do another good time on the medium. So why not? And then save. He can really drive aggressively once he goes onto those softs. So while he's tucked under someone who's driving around on softs, it's not really, being on mediums is not really affecting his lap times then. And he's making a move here. Coming into Dunlop, he's put the nose on. Or is he far enough up? Yes, he is. But no, Cloquet shuts the door. Apex coming back. This is not really a good overtaking position, but if there is a gap there, Pure Axle will have a crack. And slots in behind. I would imagine he's going to come in and pit this lap.
Yeah, I think if he
Surely.
spends one more lap behind Cloquet, he's really going to lose time overall.
Yep.
Because you think about the guys who are on softs now, like Apex, Fixer Chris, those guys are really, I'd say they're in clean air, so they're able to maximise those softs.
Yep, and here he comes. So Pure Axle ducking into the pits now, and Zoo into the pits. Zoo coming into the pits after only 9 laps on softs. So he's splitting the race down the middle. Yeah, splitting it down the middle.
That's workable.
So obviously confident. He's got to be confident with his medium tyre pace. Yep, oily in.
What times were we seeing on the mediums? About mid to low 38, sorry.
Yeah. What have we got?
So it's about a second off soft pace.
Yep. So Squidly out in front in that Mercedes. He's 5 seconds clear of Cloquet. So Squidly's on the softs, Cloquet's on the softs. And the next driver is Zoo, who is 20 seconds behind, and he's had his pit stop. He's on mediums.
And see, he's only 2 seconds up the road from Chris.
Yeah, and Chris
there was about a 4 to 5 second deficit.
Yeah, well, he would have made that gap through his fuel conservation, and he's now on softs, so he will be hunting Zoo down very quickly, you would think. Only be a matter of 2 laps and he'll be on him. Or as he goes purple through that sector now. So Chris on a absolute charge now that he's got those softs, and he'll have a lighter fuel load. So on a charge here now to get to the lead. So he is actually the first of our runners who has pitted and put soft tyres on. Squidly into the pits now. So Fixer Chris in a very good position here.
So how much time do you think you'd lose in the pits?
You're losing around 25 seconds by the looks of it.
Right, so Squid could come out right in front of Fixer Chris here.
Fixer Chris goes purple with a 137 flat. Squidly comes out just behind Zoo. Yeah, he has. He's come out ahead of Fixer Chris. So he's on mediums though now. He's got to run mediums for the rest of this race. So the 2 runners that are ahead of Chris are on mediums, and Chris will be looking to charge them down. Chris goes purple again. Wow, he is on a charge. We're going to see a 136. If he gets slipped, we could see a 135 from Chris.
A 135. That is rapid.
Yeah, look, if he gets slipped through the sections where the NSX struggles and has clear run through the sections where it's strong, he could definitely hit a 135, particularly with a lighter fuel load and soft tyres. It looks to make a move on Squidly now heading into Dunlop, and he does it easily with those soft tyres. Jeez, how much better are they? We say a second a lap, but jeez, it seems like it's more than that.
And he's now he's in Zoo's slipstream.
Yeah, he is. Look, he's hunting these guys down. He's on a massive charge. He was purple this lap, but that battle with Squidly there would have cancelled out his purple lap. But, geez, he's still putting in an absolute flyer as he hunts down Zoo now, well and truly under his rear wing, heading down the main straight with Squidly right behind him.
I think it's going to be hard for Fixer Chris to get past Zoo on the straight just because of the speed of that Corvette. So he's going to have to do it under braking somewhere.
And I'm just looking at Fixer Chris's brake bias too. He is 4 to the front.
Yeah, I'm not surprised with that.
Really getting that nose to duck down under brakes and give him that front end grip and that turn in. Goes purple again. Looking to go around the outside of 100R, but no, tucks it back in. That would have been a very brave move.
Well, he's going to look for the switchback, though.
Yeah, Zoo defending here. No, you're not going to get him there. And switchback here. Here we go. So soft tyres, better drive out of that corner. Yep, he's got him. The power of the Corvette just says, no, son. No, not this time either. So he may have to do it under brakes. I think that's his best opportunity. He's not going to get, even with Zoo on mediums, he's not going to get the drive out of a corner to drag that vet.
No. If he's not careful, he'll lose a position here to Squid as well.
Yeah, look, Squid is harassing him at the moment. And look who's turned up. Look who's turned up behind them. It's Chris's old mate. It's everyone's old mate, Apex. He is bringing that Corvette home on the soft tyres now. And Apex, I didn't notice, but Apex has stolen the fastest lap as well. So he's at 1:37 flat, which was, yeah, looks 3/10 quicker than Chris's best lap. So, yeah, Apex is on a charge.
Well, is Squid going to bump Fixer Chris here? He has. I'm not really surprised. I don't think that would have been a smart move by Squid to go past there.
Yeah, well, Fixer certainly not able to slipstream Zoo down that main drag, so the NSX certainly struggling for straight line speed. But as we've seen, it's not struggling for overall lap time speed. He's certainly got that. Oh, Apex has moved into third. I think Squidley must have just had an issue there.
Squid lifted.
Ah, did he? Right.
Yeah. He realised that Apex wasn't his battle.
Yeah, okay. Yep, no, smart driving by Squidley. He's on mediums. Apex is going to get through eventually. Zoo's gone wide.
Yeah, Zoo let him past. They're teammates, so it's not going to hinder him.
And coming into Dunlop, I'm looking behind Squidley there. I'm seeing Adam in 6th place and Pure Axle in 7th. So, look, the front end of this field is really tightening up as the different strategies now start to unfold.
Yeah, with 5 laps to go, it's going to start getting very competitive, you'd say.
Yeah, absolutely. Scooter 82 just out of the slip of Pure Axle in 8th. So heading down this main drag now, he may find himself in a bit of no man's land as everyone else has slip except for him. But he's well clear of Ando, who's 3.6 seconds back in 9th, and of course has to do an extra lap on those softs. Ando being chased by his teammate Cloquet, who's being harassed by KZ, and KZ's making a move up the inside of Cloquet, going into turn 1.
Zoo's gone round at 2-1.
Oh no. Zoo is currently...
He's in 8th.
8th. Can we get a replay on that, Herbs?
Yep, jumping on the replay with Zoo. Let's see what happens.
And a
He's
penalty.
coming down
He's
the
just
main
got the penalty
straight.
now too.
Oh, he's hit the AstroTurf and spun it.
Well, that is unfortunate. And to add insult to injury, he's then also copped a 1.5 second penalty, which he's burning now. He's lost 1, 2, 3, 4 positions as a result of that penalty. So yeah, look, he's gone from second, third in the race back to 12th. Wow, this is a lap to forget for Zoo.
I tell you what, I'd whack those soft boots on and go for that fastest.
He had a bit of bad luck with those penalties at Monza in the Corvette too. So penalties serving to be his Achilles heel this season. But out in the lead, Fixer Chris 0.5 second ahead of Apex at the moment. So Apex clearly in slip as we're halfway down this main drag. And a battle between these two. Apex gives him the punt, says, no, I'm very happy for you to lead for a little bit longer.
So that's quite risky because you don't want that little NSX to bugger off into the distance.
Yeah, I don't know that that's going to happen at the moment, to be honest.
No.
Apex has just got lightning speed in this Corvette. As he goes purple through that sector, we would have had slip down the main drag, so these fastest lap times are going to be tumbling. Stefko still holding off Pure Axle in 3rd place. So Stefko's tyres looking very worn. he's really struggling in that Viper for tyre wear, isn't he?
Yeah, like compared to pure axle, his tyres are nearly twice as bad.
Yeah, well, even more so, I would say. So I would imagine it's a matter of time before Pure Axel gets that third position. There's just no way Stefko can hold him off with that kind of tyre wear in the Viper. But Adam is just on the edge of slipstream from Pure Axel. So if Pure Axel doesn't get past Stefko pretty soon, I would imagine Stefko's, due to his tyre wear, is going to be slowing him down. And Adam will be right into that zone and looking to make up a couple of positions.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for Adam to make those positions up, just because that Pug just doesn't have the speed of the Corvette and Dodge and so on.
Yeah. Yeah. Where's he going, Adam? I'm looking at, so Squidley in 6th, he's on the mediums. Scooter 82 in 7th, he's on softs. So Squidley will be looking to hold off Scooter through these last, 3 laps. Ando on those softs that have done an extra lap than everyone else. Ando's just gone purple. So putting in a good lap here on worn softs, but through that first sector anyway. KZ behind him on softs. There's Tombo all over the back of him and harassing him. The Scuderia Quadra whatever team coming under intense pressure here from Tombo from Rusty's, and chucks the nose out. Is he going to make the move? No.
I think it did put KZ off a little bit though.
Yeah, I think he was definitely going to... He wasn't faking it. I think he was definitely going to have a crack there, but KZ obviously outbraked. And he's got Cloakade right behind him, who is coming home on the mediums, but, coming to that crossover zone again where the medium tyre pace may actually be just as good as the softs, so...
Back at the front, Apex has gone past Chris now.
There we go. So 2 laps to go. Apex back in the lead. And these two have cleared out from the rest of the pack. They're a good 3 seconds clear of Pure Axel, who has made it past Stefko now.
Yep.
And has put a bit of a gap on him already. Fixer Chris has gone purple through that sector. And Adam now right in the slipstream of Stefko. And tyres, tyres significantly better, but you'd say that everyone's tyres are significantly better than Stefko. That Viper is chewing them.
Yeah, as I said, I'd still be very surprised to see that Pug get past that Dodge just down the straight. It just has nothing behind it.
Well, I've seen Adam, I'm positive Adam did a 135 in quali settings in practice in that Pug. So it's certainly got overall lap pace, but you're right, it just struggles for straight line. I'm not sure how the final gearing is, so with a bit of slip, I would imagine even with slip, as soon as you pull out and that wind hits you, then the Viper's just going to eat him back up again.
Yeah.
As we come onto the main drag now, Adam is 1.5 tenths behind Stefko, so right under that wing. He's getting slip, he pulls out.
Oh, I think he nudged.
What's going to happen here? No, he's pulled back in. He can't get past the Viper down the straight.
See, I think he nudged Stefko as he went to try to get out.
Right. Yeah, well, that's not going to help.
No.
Oh, a bit of sideways action, bit of rally cross action from Adam on the exit of that corner. All right, back up in front. Apex final lap, leading them around 100R and into the hairpin. Apex and Fixer Chris are 3 seconds clear of Pure Axel still, so it's down to these two, as it was in Suzuka.
Yeah, I don't think this one too is a surprise to many.
No, no. Like certainly last season, it was Apex and Adam were chasing each other around, but Adam, from what I understand, choosing to spend more time with his family than Gran Turismo this year and not getting the practice in. So Fixer Chris is the one that stepped up and is challenging Apex this so far this season, and all year they've been bumper to bumper. As we come through the last section, Apex 7/10 clear now. It's his race. Yep, good exit. Yeah, it's all over now. Well done, Apex. So a second and 2 wins.
Yeah, you wouldn't be upset with that.
No, no. No, so Apex gets the W in the main event tonight, followed by Fixer Chris. Pure Axel brings it home in third. Stefco does really well in those fading tyres on the Dodge, followed by Adam V, who just couldn't get past him in the Pug. Scooter 82's brought home 6th, Squidley in 7th. Ando has brought home the Rusties, leading the Rusties guys in 8th, followed by Tombo in 9th. KZ in 10th, and the third Rusties, Cloakade in 11th. Oily right behind him, only 1.5 tenths separating them. And Zoo, of course, who had that spin and then penalty, bringing up the rear.
Ooh, and he almost pipped fastest lap on the end.
Did he go in for a pit?
He
And
did.
get fresh tyres? Right. So well done, Apex. Bringing it home for Dam Racing. 2 victories and a second place. Brilliant effort tonight.
Yeah, that was absolutely dominating performance by Apex there.
And we might just have a quick chat to Stefco. Stefco, are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm in La La Land, boys. That was,
Mate,
that was great.
That Viper just it eats rubber. What?
Yeah. Yeah,
It was-
I did my best to hold off everyone, but yeah, that was the best I could do. I'm very, very happy with that.
Yeah,
Hey,
look,
fourth is a good result.
100%. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was very brutal on the tyres as you went through. You know, every through there, and look, you done well to hold off those guys at the end.
Yeah, cheers, guys. I wasn't. I wanted to. I wanted to try and fight Pure Axel, but he's just too quick. I knew. I knew Adam would struggle a bit with the top speed. So I just did my best to stay in front of him, and hey, it paid off. Quite happy with that.
Yep, yep. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, tonight was another fairly dominant performance from Apex with a second place and 2 victories, certainly extending his lead in the championship. That brings a wrap to round 4 of Split 1 wheel-to-wheel racing action here tonight. So thank you to Flossie for joining me in commentary, and thank you to Herbs on visuals.
No, thank you.